white checker. The green flag, they race. If they get back around to the white without a caution, the next flag ends the race. Who's it going to be?
Ambrose spun the tire stump. Brad Keselowski going by him.
Kyle Busch lights him up.
He's sideways. Here comes Brad.
Contact. Keselowski is through to the lead.
Wow. Here comes Montoya, but he's not able to hold off Kyle Busch.
Okay, this interlude's going to be exciting up here.
Keselowski's going to have to really guard.
A wiggle, a wobble.
Here comes Ambrose hard in the throttle.
A little bump there, a little nudge.
Have to know Kyle Busch is going to be close here too.
Clear.
Tell you what, Ambrose better get down in this corner good, or Brad's going to be all over him.
Maybe a little bump right here from Brad. Kyle Busch coming hard.
Oh, he's still sideways.
White flag.
No mistakes, bring it on,
One
buddy.
lap to go.
No mistakes,
Next
clear by
flag
green.
ends the race. Do they have enough fuel to come back around and finish it? Kyle Busch looking to get back around Keselowski. Oh, big crash in turn number 2. David Ruderman.
Still green.
Looks like Tony Stewart out through the grass in the interlude.
And back through traffic. Caution is out.
Is out. Yellow's out.
Race is over. Marcos Ambrose is your winner.
Well, certainly a frustrating finish for Kyle Busch, but it was such a great day. What happened there in turn 1?
Just knew exactly what not to do and did it anyways. You know, just got in there. Didn't think I got in there too fast, but car just didn't slow down the way I needed it to, and then it didn't turn the way I needed it to. Saw sprinkles on the windshield, but everybody else made it through there fine, so just screwed up. And can't say enough about these guys. You know, they gave me a great car, gave me a great piece today. We were one of the best. You know, I'd screw up and those guys would catch me. They'd screw up, I'd kind of pull away a little bit. So it was just a matter of how hard can you drive it without screwing up, and felt like we were right there and had a shot to win. I hated to see that last caution. Knew it was going to come down to one corner, and messed it up.
Disappointing finish, but a very solid day for Kyle Busch and the 18. They're the new championship points leader. Alan?
He has celebrated here at Watkins Glen before, but it was never like this. Marcos Ambrose, what are you feeling other than a whole lot of Gatorade right now?
Man, I've sacrificed so much to get here, to finally win and be here in Victory Lane in the Cup Series. It's a dream come true. I flew my kids home yesterday, my little one's first day at school. I was desperate to be there for her, and this kind of makes up for it. I just got to thank the Richard Petty Motorsports team, Stanley, DeWalt, everybody involved. Mrs. Petty's not doing so well at home. We wish her the best. This win's for her and the whole Petty family. To Richard and everyone else who gave me the chance, just thank you very much. We're winning in the Cup Series to Stanley. It's just an incredible feeling, and I'm very, very proud.
You qualify for the Sprint Summer Showdown now. You realize if you win Atlanta, which is not that bad an oval track for you, you could win $1 million for your charity, for a fan, and for you.
I'll win $1 million for anyone. I don't care. I just want to get to Victory Lane again. It just feels great right now. Just a dream come true. The fans out there that have supported Richard Petty and this whole team through the turmoil last year, we've got them back to Victory Lane, and we're just going to go onwards and upwards from here. Just a proud day. No one realizes how much everybody puts in to try to get to Victory Lane, and when it actually happens, it's almost a surreal moment.
You look around, Alan, at the faces in Victory Lane here. There are a lot that we recognize, and they're awesome to be back in Victory Lane. And Marcos is the guy who got him there.
Well, what an impressive performance by Brad Keselowski. And Brad, you know, just the crew said they should have beaten you up a long time ago. You get a win in a second after you got hurt. But let's talk about the final laps here. Take us through the restart for the green-white checker. You were third at the restart, but you're leading by the S's.
Well, it was a heck of a restart there, you know, into turn 1. Kyle got into turn 1 pretty good, and it looked like he might have locked him up just a little bit and shoved up the hill, and was able to get in underneath him. And I guess Marcos was in between both of us, and I didn't really know that. And when I got to the S, I had to make some room, or we're going to wreck all of them. So, you know, it just you can see it right there, real tight there. But you know, we made it all fit, and you know, I had a good run coming into the inner loop, but just didn't quite execute the move. And you know, I kind of feel bad about that. I was in position to win the race, but just wasn't quite good enough to beat Marcus. But he's so good here; he really deserves a win. And you know, if there's a guy to get beat by, and he's the guy. You know, there's no shame in that. So, you know, proud of the effort, proud of the weekend, and just the last 2 weeks have been amazing.
Big questions were, you know, how would you perform in the car, and how would your back hold up? We know how you performed second. How'd the back hold up?
You know, it doesn't feel good by any means, but it's still, you know, running well. You can get through a lot when you're running well, and these Miller Lite Dodge Chargers are fast. So, you know, it hurts real good right now.
All right, Brad Keselowski from 23rd to 14th in the points in the last 3 races. Vince.
What a strong finish for Martin Truex Jr. Top 5 today, brings it home 4th. You guys were strong all day. How close were you to having a car that instead of 4th may have been 1st or 2nd?
Well, we were real close there. Second to last restart, we got a little sniff of the lead. Just a little too tight on restarts to hang on to it with Kyle there. But just so proud of all the guys in my Napa Toyota, you know, Napa Schick, everybody that supports this program. Just got to thank Michael and Rob Kaufman and all they do for this team. The guys back in the shop have been working really, really hard here lately, trying to get our stuff better. And you know, I feel like we're getting closer. Today was a good day for us to gain some momentum and you know, have a good run. And I want to say hi to Mike Griechi, my old crew chief back home. He's been healing up a little bit, and last time I got a top 5 here, he was my fill-in crew chief. So we did him one better today, and he was expecting it. So I just wanted to give a shout out to him. So I hope he's feeling better. And yeah, good day, and just proud of all the guys. They did a great job for me.
Martin in the 56 team, 4th today, Shannon.
Well, David Reagan released from the infield care center after multiple hard hits on that last restart. What happened?
Well, it's just a product of close quarters racing at the end. You know, our UPS team had done a good job. We were going to salvage a top 20 finish, I think, after running out of fuel early in the race. But, you know, I felt like I had a good run, thought I had Boris clear, and I think he got a little better run than I did and just hooked us. And he certainly could have given a little bit more of a break, and we all could have gotten through there and not torn up anything. But he was aggressive. We were all aggressive. He hooked me and hit hard.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm sore. That was a hard hit. I looked down at my feet, my pedals, and my leg rests were all pushed over. You know, it's a shame a racetrack that we go to in 2011 doesn't have a better wall design all the way around the racetrack. So hopefully they'll look at that. I've been to some dirt tracks that have better walls than that. So it was a hard hit, but our race cars are safe. Thanks to everybody back home that builds good race cars, and I can't wait to get to Michigan.
Good to see David Reagan golf cart. We obviously saw you get out of the car and kneel down. Where are you hurting the most right now?
My pride mostly, but I know something come in and I kind of got in the uniform and ripped a hole in it there. So something flew in there and got a hold of my shin and ate it up a little bit. And I'm not exactly sure what, but just not a very good day for us. I got to thank everybody at Aaron's and Best Western and Tums, and you know, the guys at MWR for building me safe race cars. And you know, just a pretty dismal day all day, and we didn't look like we were going to finish all that well, but I didn't figure we were going to finish that bad. So disappointing. Didn't really need to happen, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes.
We've seen you take some hard hits. Where does this one stack up?
This is one of the bigger ones, I would say, but it's part, you know, it's part of the gig. You know, I mean, you sign up to do this stuff. Every once in a while, you can hit something, and as fast as we're going, you know, you hit stuff pretty hard. So I'm good. We'll be ready for Michigan next week. And but I'm thinking where I head probably be a good place for safer barriers. So maybe we should look at that next time we come back. But overall, okay, and ready to get out of here.
A lot of hard hits here today at Watkins Glen, Alan.
Yeah, there sure were a lot of hard hits. Look at the mess that car is.
They probably won't run that one again.
Yeah, and I'll have to say that both of these drivers handled that situation very well. They're right about the safer barriers. Have to take a look at that. And I thought David Reagan was very composed in talking about that situation, that he could have got a little more of a break right there.
How the day unfolded here at Watkins Glen. Of course, the rain postponed from yesterday. Race started under overcast conditions just after 10 a.m. Eastern time this morning with Kyle Busch and A.J. Allmendinger on the front row. The inner loop was the trouble spot early in the day.
Morse said, get off the course there.
Patrick, can you flash points? Jingles, do I need to do anything else?
So Kurt Busch getting off in that spot. Kurt Busch involved in another part of the the day there, giving the leader, A.J. Allmendinger, a little bump going into the inner loop.
Allmendinger had to stop and clean out that radiator. Some people ran out of fuel and had some troubles early.
Yeah, Carl Edwards helps his teammate back. Greg Biffle ran out of gas on the other side of the course, brought out a caution.
Denny Hamlin, scary.
Oh my, what a hard lick.
That was at lap 65. Denny saying something went wrong under the left front of the car. Denny walking away from the crash, but a scary looking moment in turn 1. Brad Keselowski would be one of the players in the finish of this one, racing hard with Kyle Busch for the lead for quite a bit of this race.
Basically all day. He was part of this finish, and at the end on the restart, he made the most of it, but he just could not hold off Marcus Ambrose.
Ambrose
hard and smart all day.
Sorry, DJ. Ambrose on a little different strategy than Busch and Keselowski were. And Ambrose chasing through to the front. The final restart for a green-white checker. Kyle Busch led, not for long. That gave the lead to Keselowski, not for long. Behind them, the race would not get to the checkered flag without a caution. A brutal crash involving David Reagan, David Ruderman, Ron Fellows involved also. You've heard from them. They're all okay. Incredible. Tony Stewart on that last lap.
Yeah, big loss of points here for Tony. Of course, he knew, like everybody else, this was going to get wild on that last restart.
And when all was said and done, first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series win for Marcos Ambrose. And the 5th time this season a driver has been a first-time winner. Tempers after the race, after that last huge crash. Greg Biffle, Boris said. And I tell you that cooler heads prevailed, but I'm not sure that's actually the case yet. Shannon?
Nick Harrison, crew chief for Boris, said, obviously we saw Boris involved in that last accident with David Reagan, but you said that may not have been the reason that led to the altercation with Greg Biffle. What did cause that?
The altercation with Biffle, Boris has had a problem with, actually I think Biffle's had a problem with Boris from a previous race, so leading into this race, they already had some aggression towards each other. Early in the race, Biffle had ran out of gas and was on multiple laps down and was racing Boris. As Boris thought dirty, so Boris relayed a message to the spotter that he wanted to meet him after the race. And the deal with the 6 car was just hard racing. I think Boris just got into him, and that was a really ugly wreck. And I think that was just hard racing, but Greg Biffle and Boris said have some problems there, and Boris wanted to handle it with his fist, so that's what was going on.
All right, thanks, guys.
It's crazy. I mean, the last lap, the 6 car was getting into me a lot, and I didn't want to wreck him. It just, I had to stay on the track, and he didn't give me any room. It just, you know, we both collided. That's the only thing I feel bad about. I'm more upset with Greg Biffle. He's the most unprofessional little scaredy cat I've ever seen in my life. He wouldn't even fight me like a man after. So if someone texts me his address, I'll go see him Wednesday at his house and show him what he really needs. He needs a friggin' whooping, and I'm gonna give it to him. He was flipping me off, giving the finger, totally unprofessional. 2 laps down. I mean, he's a chump.
Well, we saw what happened, and walk us through exactly what happened in the garage. We kind of walked in the middle.
I went over there to go talk to him. He wouldn't even let me get out of the car, and he comes over and throws a few little baby punches, and then when I get out, he runs away and hides behind some big guys. But he won't hide from me long. I'll find him. I won't settle it out on the track. It's not right to wreck cars, but he'll show up at a race with a black eye one of these days. I'll see him somewhere.
Marcos Ambrose, the winner.
I think that's the most important thing, getting that. See, this top 10 really didn't change there. These guys were all in front of everything that was kind of taking place behind them.
Yeah, we saw all the crew chiefs lined up behind the NASCAR trailer, and NASCAR did sort out the finish. Looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. may have lost 1 spot in that, but they went back to looking at all of the video and loops, and now they've got the final results.
There is Earnhardt Jr. in 15th place. Ryan Newman, one of those bubble guys in the championship, in there in the 16th position.
I'd have to say those guys were pretty happy to get out of here with that, with everything that took place.
Yeah. Tony Stewart, 27th.
You see Ruderman and Reagan back there, 28th, 29th.
Yeah, Tony stays in the top 10 in the points, but that's certainly a big dent in what could have been a good day for him.
And you look at the guys who failed to finish the race, including Kurt Busch, who went out after having a left front problem on his car and had a crash. Denny Hamlin also with a crash. Again, some hard wrecks today, but all of the drivers basically okay.